Hello, welcome again to our tutorial. Today we want to add some more kachumbari, then later on we will add a little kafirifiri. So kitu cha kwanza, again I'm trying to create new layers for the glossy white, new textures. So I've added two textures, and what I want now is to create the ceiling board. We want to draw the ceiling board. I know in the last video we did using the goodies, but in this one I'm going to draw the ceiling board using the slab option. So what you want to do is when you draw it, you don't exactly put it at the end of the roof. You just leave a little distance, and then you do what I'm doing. So once we are done with the ceiling board, we'll be able to change the elevation so that it is at the right position, and that will make doing the rendering, it will make your drawing to look at least more real because of the ceiling board. And if you want, later on you can add on some lights in the balcony, because the light is the bulb was attached on the ceiling board. So after drawing, this is where the slab is, and so the next thing that you do is you reduce the thickness of the slab, which I'm going to set to be 25, and I'm going to set its texture to T glossy T03, which I've just created, and I want to change the position to 2800, so that but that one is not okay. So I'm going to the south elevation, and that's where I'm going to shift the position. You click it and you drag it. You drag your slab to where you want it to be. I want it to be there. So that looks nicer, and it looks okay, and it looks okay. So that's what I wanted it to look that way. When we are rendering, it will look cool. So the next thing that you want to do, you want to add a little decoration at the corner, and that I'm going to draw with the slab option. So I want to draw a little slab, and I'm going to draw 25. Dimension 1 is 25, and that one I'm going to leave to 300. So actually what I've drawn is this one. You can see it here. So initially I had created a texture, so I'm going to put that texture, which was T04, and I've made the thickness of my slab to be 200 mm, and I've also placed it 200 from project 0 at 200. So now I'm going to rotate the slab, and once I rotate a copy, which is Control Shift E. I'm going to select both of them, and then I group them together. So once you're done, the next thing is to drag a copy, which is Control Shift D. I'm going to drag it to 250, and then I'm selecting both of them and dragging them again to 500. Like I want to leave an interval of 50 50 50, so I can select all the four, and now I'm taking them to 1000. Should be okay. So of course you just repeat the same thing. I select the tree and Control Shift D. I'm just dragging a copy to 750, and now I want to change, I want to edit this one at the top. So I'm going to suspend the groups, and then I change its position like that, and that looks okay. So that's what we have so far. So I select all of them. You to select all the components, of course, and select all of them. You hold Shift and you click what you want. So I want to group all of them so that I'll be able to drag them to different corners. You just see. So I've grouped them together. Now I can select them as a group, and I can drag a copy again. So this is what we have so far. It looks okay to me. What about you? Does it look okay? Then I select both of them and group them together again, because I want to be dragging them to each corner. Once that is done, I'm going to draw a very short wall. At this point I want a very short wall, and let me give it 45 millimeters, and the thickness I'm going to give it to 25 is okay. And I also want to create a new texture for it. So I'm going to options element, then you create a new texture, which I'm going to call paint andesite T01 for tutorial 1. And so this is going to be the surface for this wall of mine. I press Ctrl T and I change it to T01, and now I'm going to mirror a copy of it, which is Ctrl Shift M, from this center at the angle of 135 or simply 45 degrees. So this is what we have so far, but it looks thinner or smaller, so I'm selecting both of them and I'm going to change the thickness to 45. Should be okay. 45 should be okay. So now I want to change the height. It looks okay. I want to change the height for it to run from the bottom to the top. So I press Ctrl T again and I'm changing this to 2800. That way it looks more nicer. So from this point, what is to be done? So I have to group them together, and once I've grouped them together, which is Ctrl G, all I have to do now is just copy, Ctrl Shift D, and take them to the corner where I want, and repeat the whole thing over and over and over again. So I will just play some music. The video is over. From here it's just a repetition. So yeah, enjoy the music and please remember to sub, and thanks for watching.